Pacific Symphony is more than just a jewel of our region. It's a source of joy, education, inspiration, and therapeutic benefit, enriching the lives of residents of all ages through music and creativity. In recent years, we've made bold strides, including a triumphant debut at Carnegie Hall, an historic tour in China, and being seen nationwide on PBS's Great Performances series. We have provided music education to thousands of elementary school children, launched wellness initiatives, performed concerts such as the Lantern Festival together with community organizations, and generated county-wide free concerts through our neighborhood series, Symphony on the Go. These achievements led to Pacific Symphony being named Orange County's Cultural Ambassador by our county supervisors, a recognition we hold with immense pride. And today we are honored to have two of our most steadfast supporters here today. It's my pleasure to introduce the chair of the Orange County Board of Supervisors, Don Wagner, and County Supervisor for District 5, Katrina Foley. Please join me in welcoming them to the stage.
Thank you, Arthur, and thank you to the entire Pacific Symphony family for the invitation today. Because we are celebrating not just a new music director, but a renewed commitment to the powerful role that the symphony plays, as I mentioned, as a cultural ambassador of Orange County. This orchestra goes beyond borders, both in geography and in spirit, uniting audiences from across the county, indeed, as you heard from Arthur, across the world. Through each performance, Pacific Symphony showcases the very best of our community's artistic soul. I love attending the summer concerts and seeing it says here, the multi-generational audiences. Okay, that's a big phrase. Have you ever seen Carlos St. Clair working with the kids, teaching them how to conduct? It is magical. And in the audience are their parents and their grandparents. This orchestra reaches everybody from the lowest to the oldest possible ages. That's what we mean by multi-generational audiences. They are out there and they are fun. And they revel in the beauty of this wonderful orchestra, of course. So we look forward to continuing to celebrate Carl's historic contributions while launching the new era. We're excited to learn about the vision of our new artistic leader and support, I can say, his vision of connecting even more people with the arts. I look forward to helping introduce the new leader to the people of Orange County and expanding the symphony's reach and impact in the years to come. The Pacific Symphony doesn't just enrich lives with music, it unites us as a community and exemplifies our county's best values. Thank you all for the chance to be here, more importantly, for what you bring to all of our community. Ladies and gentlemen, my fine colleague, Supervisor Foley.
Thank you so much. I'm Katrina Foley, your county supervisor, and I represent the 5th District. Welcome to the 5th District. Former mayor of Costa Mesa, city council member, and a couple of firsts in this building. Was able to be here the first night that we had a beautiful concert here. We just appreciate the work that you've done so much as the cultural ambassador, but also a beacon of accessibility. Bringing world-class music to people of all ages and backgrounds, and of course, as Chairman Wagner said, making sure that we are united. More than ever, it's time for us to unite around the things that we love and enjoy, and that we can build up and be positive about, and the Pacific Symphony is the perfect place for that. So thank you for including us today. We together, I think we too we're always here to support you and to support the arts in our community. Thank you so much.
The announcement we're about to make is not just a new chapter for Pacific Symphony, it's really a beginning of a thrilling new era for the arts in Orange County. It's a rare privilege for an orchestra to introduce a new music director, And as you all know, it's been 35 years since we've done that. We've had the opportunity and we've been blessed with extraordinary consistency in artistic leadership under the remarkable Carl St. Clair. His vision, passion, and musical brilliance have shaped Pacific Symphony into the extraordinary ensemble it is today. We owe him our deepest gratitude for his dedication and the indelible mark he leaves on Orange County. The journey to find the right successor for Carl has been thorough and deeply considered. It was a process that demanded thoughtful collaboration, insight, and above all, a clear vision for the future. I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt appreciation to Mark Nielsen, the chair of our search committee. He guided this process with wisdom, patience, and a true passion for our mission. And now to share more about the journey and the process that led us here today, I'm honored to welcome Mark to the podium. Please join me in giving him a warm round of applause.
Thank you, John, and good morning, everyone. It's a privilege to stand before you on this remarkable day. I had the honor of chairing our search committee, one of the greatest honors I've had, which was composed of a diverse and dedicated group of individuals, including 6 outstanding musicians of our orchestra. Their role went far beyond simply offering their own perspectives. They engaged thoroughly with their colleagues throughout the orchestra, gathering insights and feedback to ensure that the musicians' collective voice was central to our process. Meredith Crawford, Principal Viola; Warren Haggerty, Principal Cello; Dennis Kim, Concertmaster; Barry Perkins, Principal Trumpet; Robert Chernitsky, First Violin; Ted Sugata, Oboe. Thank you all for your support. In addition to our musicians, I'd like to acknowledge the incredible commitment and contributions of the full search committee. John Evans, a board member who also served on the committee that identified Carl St. Clair 35 years ago. John Forsythe, President and CEO of Pacific Symphony. Rob Eistat, Artistic Director of Pacific Chorale. Mary Lyons, a longtime arts leader and member of the boards of Pacific Chorale and Arts Orange County. Arthur Ong, our chairman of the board, and Anusha Skuin, a valued member of our board. Thank you all. Backstage is an indispensable leader and individual who booked and managed the schedules of all our guest conductors. That is Eileen Jeanette, Senior Vice President of Artistic and Production Planning. And finally, members who could not attend today include Valerie Imhoff, a community leader and founder of our music education program, Class Act, and Robin Liu, a dedicated member of our board and a classical music connoisseur. We thank all of you for your wonderful service and contributions. We found the right person to lead us into this exciting new chapter. My heartfelt thanks to everyone involved, especially our musicians, for their tireless dedication and commitment into a great future. Thank you all. John?
Well, Mark and the search committee did do an amazing job, and we are thrilled we found someone whose creativity, artistic outlook, and experience are matched by a deep commitment to education and community engagement. 2 things that define Pacific Symphony's vision. Before the announcement, it's my pleasure to introduce someone familiar to all of you. Maria is the executive producer and director at PBS SoCal. Today, Maria will help us get to know our guest of honor, so please welcome Maria Albright. And now I have the great honor and pleasure to introduce Pacific Symphony's next artistic and music director. Please welcome to the stage, Alexander Shelley.
impact, what you are hoping and dreaming for the Pacific Symphony
Oh,
for the
wow.
in the next 5 years.
Well,
And there are no limitations. There's no money limitation. There is no creativity limitation. This is John, this is the right place to do that. No money, so there are no limitations. Your dream for the Pacific Symphony.
so there were a few things that were said earlier that I agree with. I think that the foundations that exist now, as an incoming artistic music director, you couldn't ask for more. The connection to the community is there, it's real, it's deep. The commitment to education, to the next generation of musicians, but also music lovers is there. First of all, we need to redouble those efforts. We need to make sure that we become ever more integrated in the community. As I said yesterday, a symphony orchestra serves a community, but it's also built by a community. It's a symbiotic relationship. And what you have built here, I can say this now as somebody coming in, and it'll be different in a few years, we're on that journey together, but what you have built here is extraordinary, and it's a testament, as was mentioned earlier, to your commitment to the arts and your community. And as a guest right now, for another few moments, can I thank you? Because already as a guest artist coming through, it was evident. And it's something very special to see growth in the arts, you know, at a time when arts around the world are not having the easiest time. That said, I am truly optimistic about the future of these kinds of experiences of being in a hall together. They're going to become more and more important because yes, we are individuals, and yes, there's much that we can do in isolation and in connection with an iPhone or another product. But also we are a species that needs togetherness and that has some of the most profound experiences, whether it's a sports stadium, #Olympics 2028, or whether it's a church, or whether it's a concert hall. We need these experiences, we need these shared experiences. In terms of, so I'm optimistic about the art form, very optimistic about the art form. I'd like for us to become even better known beyond the confines of the local community. I would like this orchestra to be celebrated across the continent and internationally, and I think it is wonderfully poised artistically to take that next step even further. I think there are levers we can pull there. I think that touring to key regions there will be a very important part of it. I'd love to put together a strategy for recording. I'd love to put together a strategy for collaborating with some of today's most interesting artists, both composers but also beyond, looking to literature, looking to the visual arts, looking to dance. And it's of course not lost on me that we have our home at the heart of a truly great arts campus that can hold its head up to any other arts campus in the nation. And I look forward greatly to getting to know my colleagues in the artistic leadership of the other venues on the campus and to talking about how we can collaborate. It's one of the reasons it was important to me that my title is also artistic and music director. It's something I've been doing for a decade in Canada at the National Arts Centre. We have a multidisciplinary organisation there. And I've noticed that some of the greatest impact of our work has happened when we've brought disciplines together. But I'm very ambitious for the future of the orchestra, and I'm at a moment in my own life where, you know, those early, those 10 years I described of, you know, everything is an extraordinary challenge, those are way beyond me. You know, I've had a few decade-long music directorships now. I'm starting in Nuremberg when I was 29, and I feel very kind of strong and ready to help lift the organization and carry on lifting it. Carl has been doing the most extraordinary job, and the musicians are so committed, and there's the most wonderful leadership in place, and the board, as I get to know them, the fire in the eyes of this board is something truly to behold. But you know, I think a really great moment in my own life to push and to help kind of chart a course and a vision, and I'm ambitious, so watch this space. Thank you. Thank you very much. And the the Carl message.
Well, and as I mentioned, Carl would like to share his.
Hello, everyone. What an exciting day for Pacific Symphony. I am pleased and honored to welcome Alexander Shelley as the third music director of Pacific Symphony. His talents as conductor and music director and community builder have been lauded and praised internationally. And more importantly, he's captured the hearts and has inspired the musicians of Pacific Symphony, ensuring that the future of Pacific Symphony is in great hands as we lead into our 50th anniversary. I know that you're going to join me in welcoming Alexander Shelley as I am proudly passing on the baton to him as the next music director of Pacific Symphony.
To conclude our event, our musicians of the search committee wanted to pay Alexander a little homage with some musical gift too. So we hope you enjoy it.